Time tomorrow. Time to welcome my next guest onto the daytime show now, Nick Holly, otherwise known as the Welsh Lowry. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Leighton.
How are you? All right?
Good, thank you, and thank you for asking us along this morning to have a chat.
It's a pleasure. It really is a pleasure. Widely recognised now as probably one of the UK's most accomplished artists. On our doorstep, it's great to have somebody like yourself representing not just Swansea, of course, but all of Wales as well. I mean, your work's been acclaimed around the world, hasn't it?
Yes, I've been lucky. It's in collections in New York, across Australia, Japan, New Zealand. I don't know where else. I have no idea, but I'm told it's the list goes on. Where did you get that name? I love it, the Welsh Lowry. I know that, of course, some of your paintings might be sort of similar sort of theme, but I think some years ago one of the newspapers commented on the work similar to L.S. Lowry.
Right.
I think the bustling life with the people and the figures in it, and the cats and dogs. So the name has kind of stuck. So I don't mind, because I am a fan of Lowry, so it's a great honour to be compared to him.
I was just going to ask you now, were you a fan of Lowry's?
Yes, I was a fan as a child. But for a while I struggled to be not like him at all, I didn't want to be compared in the early years.
No, of course not.
But no, I've given up the fight. It's just great to be compared to him, really.
I was looking on your website, Nick. Quite interestingly, it was saying that my playground was Kilvey Hill, the banks of the River Towie, the docks and the ruined copper works.
Yes, well, growing up in St Thomas on Pentragini Road there, the bottom of my road was the docks, so we played there as children. We could back then. You can't no longer, but
no.
The copper works was up the road, so we played along there, and obviously Kilvey Hill. So we are nestled below Kilvey Hill. That's St Thomas, and it's a great place for children to explore and climb trees and whatever, So
I noticed as well that you got two little dogs, which I suppose have become your trademark, really, haven't they?
Yeah, they are trademark. There's like a little scruffy Labrador. Black Labrador, and a Highland Terrier, a little Scotty Black Terrier, and they're like friends. They've become friends. That came about by accident.
Right.
I noticed these dogs creeping into the paintings, and so now I make sure they're in everything I do.
Yeah, I noticed that actually. All the pictures, they're in there somewhere.
Somewhere. You have to look for them.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Where's Wally,
Well, what about your palette? Well, what sort of colours are you?
Back almost 30 years ago, I was a very limited palette, blues, greys, with a little touch of red. But over the years, it's become more vibrant, and I use almost every colour you can think of now. It's quite busy and colourful.
I'm just thinking as well. There's on the new book, one of the last of the Vetch. That must be very an interesting one to have done.
Yes, last game at the Vetch Field, and we did limited edition prints of that painting, and it sold out almost instantly. People still ask for it today, and it sold out a couple of years ago. But it was a very popular image, that. Yeah. Nostalgic for Swansea football fans.
Absolutely, I should say. What about anybody else in the family taking up the...
they're quite creative, the youngest daughter, Alice, she's very creative. She's studied some in art college a bit, in Swansea College, and she now works with us at the gallery, sitting there a couple of days a week, and she is a great illustrator. So we hope that she goes from strength to strength.
Yeah, absolutely. Your publisher sent me a copy of the book just before Christmas, actually. I love the book, by the way.
Thank you.
It really is brilliant, and people can get that now, can't they?
Yes, you can get that from us by ringing the gallery. Go on the website and ring the gallery, and you can pay for that over the telephone. It's also available in the gallery in Cardiff, where I exhibit, and London, and also cover to cover bookshop in Mumbles.
Okay, they supply it as well.
Yeah. So it's a few outlets.
Yeah. Great. And apart, of course, from all the local landscapes that we all know and love, and not just Mumbles and the Vetch and things like that, but there's some that straight away you can tell, oh, that's London, with the buses and everything like that as well. Is London a popular sort of place for you?
I exhibit in Putney, so in a
Right.
little gallery in Putney, and
Yeah.
so of course the demand is there for London-themed things. And obviously I've painted New York over the years,
Yes.
Paris, so they feature in the work there, in the book. The red buses are iconic for London, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's great. It's always that touch of red in my work, so, you know.
Yeah. I wonder if somebody's going to sing a song about one of your paintings now then. Like,
I don't know.
and like they did for Lowry,
Be
painted
nice,
matched
wouldn't
up
it?
men
Be
and
nice,
matched up
that.
cats and dogs. Remember that? Brilliant. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Nick, and great, as I said earlier, to have a local lads doing so well around the world in this genre. So people go to your website. It's probably the best bet, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Just put in my name, Nick Holly, Studio Gallery, or just Nick Holly, Welsh Lowry, and it'll come up, and you'll see it there clearly. Yeah, and some information on there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And what's the next step now?
Next step is I'm planning for an exhibition now in Cardiff, which is coming up this year, in about 3 months, and then the following year, then next year, in another exhibition in London. So
Brilliant.
always planning ahead.
Excellent. Well, good luck from us all here at Swansea Sound. And Nick, keep up the great work that you do.
Thank you very much. Thanks.